All right. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you reside. Welcome to the Save Club Zoom corporate update call and the content drop. We've always got exciting new marketing materials and stuff for you to be able to go out and share this amazing opportunity with your friends, your family, your prospects, strangers. I mean, this is for everybody. Imagine being able to save money and then make money helping people save money. What a concept, especially in this economy. And we're super excited for you all to be here. Welcome to all the new Save Club members and customers. So, I'm going to turn this over to our CEO, Mr. Charles Mui, out in Las Vegas, Nevada, who's back from a trip down to Miami, sunny Florida, but he's back out in his home office in Las Vegas, Nevada. So super excited to see you back, Charles. Glad you traveled safe. We'll turn this call over to you.
Okay, thanks for the great introduction there, Matt. Yeah, and it was a very fun, very productive trip. Getting out there and locking in our latest rounds of providers. It's been actually a 2-week journey here. We had the supply side show in Las Vegas, got to meet with some incredible manufacturers so we can keep bolstering our offers here with Save Club and also continue to grow and expand our international offers. So it's just we're on a hot streak here of finding the right deals and expanding to infinity what we're doing here with the Save Club membership. So today we're going to be showing you guys some of the new materials that we have with Save Club Health. I've got, since we rolled this out in October, we've got a tidal wave of response because people are really in a lot of trouble right now with their health insurance. The health insurance premiums from last year to this year, we're seeing increases of like 50% in some cases. We had one family come in, they're paying around $2,000 a month for the family. This year, their new quote is $3,200 a month. So it's over a 50% increase in what they're expected to pay for their health insurance. And she just said, we can't do it. She's like, we just can't do it. And so their alternative, which is dramatic savings, is our Save Club Health program. For just $50 a month, she's able to cover her whole family, which means now she can still provide primary care for her entire family through the telemedicine, which I argue is a better situation. It's a better situation to be able to book an appointment, get a healthcare professional on the phone, get your diagnosis and get your prescriptions. And then, now we're well over 1,000 prescriptions that are provided. And this has been another huge shakeup with what's going on with the tariffs, what's going on with shipping medications from around the world. It's becoming slower, more difficult. We've got USA-based compounding pharmacies that, send out all these prescriptions directly with the Save Club Health, and over 3,000 healthcare providers. Actually, it's over 3,200 doctors on the telemedicine network. So it's pretty easy to get the care that you need and where you need to go. And I think we're going to help a lot of families here, as this is, for those of you that are global, what happens is in the United States, this time of the year, they redo all the healthcare plans, and then people go shop and they start looking for what they're going to sign up for the next 12 months. And it's just been shocking, what is there. So just kind of putting that out there. And Dave, you just came up with some new materials here. You want to just comment on what, what's there, and I'll load them up. I'll show them here on my screen if you want to just explain what you put together is there as far as the list of medications and where we're going to publish those.
Yeah, just throw them on Facebook for now as well. But yeah, if you want to pull them up. So a lot of you wonder what kind of drugs are included. And so we got this really cool list. It doesn't show all of them, but it shows a ton of them, pretty much all the basics that you go through. And again, I've got my medication for free. Again, my stepdad had a medication that he was using. It was almost $200 a month. That's on that list for free. So think about that. Would you spend, even though he has Medicare and Medicaid, and it still doesn't cover some of the stuff. So imagine, would you rather pay $200 a month for a medication or pay $49 a month and have access to the telehealth and all these other things that you can get? Because eventually you might get a cold I remember they had some issues with COVID and whatnot. There's a lot of that kind of stuff for immunity. Just a lot of really good stuff. There's even like stuff for basics. People are on cholesterol medicine all the time and things like that. Diabetics, stuff like that. So there's a big list. Were you going to pull it up there, Charles, or you need me to?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now, just to show everybody. So this list here, so this is just one full page here, from dermatology to gastrointestinal to infective, and then here's antibiotics, for eye pain, migraines, all the different things. And then cardiovascular. So it's just a list of all the different medications. And this list, continues to grow. So if you have a prescription from your doctor and it's not necessarily listed just right here, still put it through the Save Club Health Manifest RX Pharmacy. And not only will you're going to get the best price, but it might be covered even if it's not listed here, because this list is constantly changing. So these 4 documents that I'm showing here, Dave's put them up onto the Facebook group, but also put these into the Save Club Health page, the bridge page inside the back office. So I've been getting some questions about if their medications are covered. So as you're out there speaking with people.
Interesting, Charles. Someone said, I haven't been sick since 2016. And that's great, for you. A lot of people are, but here's the thing. I haven't been sick in 3 years, I think. But the other day I got a rash. I wasn't coughing, my nose wasn't sneezing, I didn't have COVID, but I had a bad rash on my arm. But you know what I didn't want to do? I didn't want to go sit in a urgent care around a bunch of sick people coughing and all this kind of stuff, and the person right next to me and across from me are coughing and stuff like that as I'm in a waiting room. So this is great for a lot of things, not just if you have that kind of cold. Some people need ongoing medication for like cholesterol, those kind of things too that are covered. That's what I like about this. It's all over, it's over a lot of medicine, not necessarily just if you caught COVID or you got a flu. I mean, there's a lot of things that people go through that they need stuff for.
Yeah. And sometimes, Dave, you need to have a physical, or you want to do blood work for maintenancing vision, dental, and also just having a primary care doctor. Oh, and the whole psychiatric as well. 24 psychiatric calls. So even just like the counseling and mental health. I mean, people pay for that level of psychiatric coaching. They pay hundreds of dollars a session, and it's all included here. So
look up what it costs for a root canal without insurance or having some sort of thing. It's a very, very expensive. Next thing you think you have a toothache, you go in, you got a root canal, and all of a sudden you're looking at hundreds of thousands, $100 or $1,000. So, and then me and you both wear glasses, and just the cost.
These are the free ones. I'm wearing. They might be glary because they got some special glare thing on them, but these are the free ones I got. So I went in. My eye exam would normally have been $110. It was only $80. And then when I bought a pair of glasses, I got one free, and that's when I brought in this little card. The little card you get.
Glasses are expensive, guys. I don't know if you guys understand what glasses cost. I have a pretty bad script, so they're usually $300 to $500. With the lenses that I need to make them real thin, and the whatnot. So that's pretty.
Yeah, and guys, and I just bring that up because that's just the current events here. When you're talking about what's happening in the world right now. And this is more of a United States thing. I don't know if the rest of the world has a similar, policy there when people are shopping. But there are a lot of people right now in sticker shock with the type of quotes that are coming out for this year's health insurance and health.
I looked the other day just for me, just for the heck of it, because right now it's opening back up whatever they call it, Obamacare or healthcare, whatever.
Open enrollment they call it.
Yeah. So I looked, and just for me. Not even putting my kid on there or anything, it was $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
And the deductible is like $7,000 or $8,000. So like if you go in, and it was funny, they did a chart, and they're like, oh, all you'll spend is On average, if you went to the doctor one time, it was like showing you a chart like you spend 15,000 a year. It's outrageous.
You know what, Dave? Let's make a note. I want to run just, I'm going to go in and do some research, talk through the different AIs and find out how many people in America are undercovered, like either don't have health insurance at all, or maybe they have a form of health insurance, but it just doesn't cover. What I'm suspecting is that number just increased by a lot because of what's changed with the premiums. I'm just saying this is just another idea here of the amount of prospects that are out there. So just kind of keep that on the top of your mind. Also, what's happening right now, and you're seeing it everywhere. They just started putting up the Christmas decorations in downtown Las Vegas. They're putting them up on the street lights already. So yeah, that's we are in full swing of the holiday season, and Dave's made some great materials. We have a new landing page up, and there's more materials that are out right now inside the content drop. So Dave, if you want to showcase what's there, and guys, let me just kind of highlight how these can be used.
27.2 million.
Yeah, and how these can be used in sharing the inside sharing what's going on there. So you might want to ask a question on your social media. Just throw something out there. Who has started their shoppings or savings, or even put a question out there, where are people going to get deals, and let people actually tell you what they're doing. And then you can say, well, here's what I'm doing. Take a look at Save Club. Take a look at these pieces. Or you're shopping here, you might be able to get additional cash back, right to your card, and share the app with them. And another key point here, as I was traveling around, I got to be with new people. Like pretty much everyone that I know here, they have the app. So now that I was out in the world, traveling around and meeting new people, I was getting them the link, and I was actually going through the process of having them download the app. And I counted the steps. Look, we're always working on optimization, on getting things quicker. But I was going through the steps and saying, okay, here, put in your information. You got to click here. You got to download the app here. You've got to click this next piece. And there's a bunch of clicks. There's like 9 different clicks from when you send someone the link or scan the QR code to get them all the way engaged with a card uploaded. And so we're creating a training program to bring someone all the way through that process. But that's what we get paid for being affiliates is, from a technology standpoint, we're going to work on tightening that funnel as tight as possible, the number of clicks, taking them down as much as we can. But as far as just kind of optimizing how we get someone to look at something and make a decision. And that's what Dave's doing here with these marketing materials, so that you want to pique someone's interest. They're already aware. They're already out there doing Christmas shopping. They can't get away from it. They got Mariah Carey attacking you on the radio with her songs, and then you've got you walk into any store and all the Christmas stuff is up. So by being able to help someone make a decision, like with this ad that Dave's got on the screen right now, saying, here's a gift idea. A lot of people, the people that love and care about, you might know that they're in pain. You might know that they're dealing with an elbow issue or a knee issue or a neck issue or a back issue or something. Well, here's a great product, to get them, or even, suggest that they give it away as well. So it's just a way of we're conduits of these brands and of these ads and getting them there. So,
yeah.
I am so happy I found this product, Everderm. I was in a lot of pain. I just roll it on and the pain goes away instantly.
All kinds of fun stuff for you guys to use right now. And if this looks blurry, guys, it's because I got my screen jacked up to 160%. Again, these are made to put on your socials, get attention. Gotta love this new logo.
And so, a way to use this one here is, use it as a post saying, is anyone looking for a way to earn extra cash for Christmas? Post this
these are designed to use with the new Christmas cash funnel we just created.
Let them respond, and then invite them to the Wednesday or Friday webinar. And so, we're going to get really hyper focused on just, the fast start component of getting somebody in, getting them activated, getting them to 1-star, getting their grocery coupons, getting their travel bonus, their enrollment bonus, and then activating them inside the next week. And so that's the cycle of, piquing somebody's interest, getting them to the webinar, and then we'll work in getting them enrolled and into their first round of sales, orders, duplication, getting the app, and have that tightened into a fast start.
So we got someone there. We got the logo. A lot of you wanted that Christmas logo. You have it now that you can use. I don't know why that one's not playing.
Yeah, we see it there. Yeah.
And then we got some cool graphics here too that you can post. Again, we got that awesome Christmas cash funnel we just gave you guys this week that you can use. Just all kinds of attention grabbers for you here.
You know what, Dave? I'm going to drop the link to this particular folder.
Okay.
Right into the chat here, so you guys can just go straight.
I mean, we made you guys some really good ones here for grabbing attention about making the fast Christmas cash. We got some cool and who doesn't love good old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? So we had to have a little bit of fun with that as well. So it's loaded up. You guys didn't have to create anything. All you had to do is use it. And again, the Avoderm's hot. Think about this. Everybody gets these goofy gifts sometimes in the Christmas stocking. I mean, this is something that someone could really appreciate. They're going to be like, wow, what is this? Well, you complain all the time about your back hurting. You're going to love this. This is a gift that people would actually love to get, and the size is perfect for a stocking too, Charles. I mean, it's not, it fit right in a stocking. This is a great gift for every one of you. Should be giving this gift away. They will love it. The people will love it, and it's not expensive either. They're going to really appreciate that. So
Dave, I'm gonna steal the screen sharing here from you, and I'm gonna show a couple things here. So inside your back office, underneath the My Websites, we've got these two new pages here for you to take a look at. So this one here is for the healthcare. Again, just kind of very seasonal, as that's what people are dealing with. People are having to make a decision during this open enrollment period, which is only a month long. So they've got to make a decision. So here, get this information in front of them while it's hot. It's in the news, it's on the newspaper, they're getting emails, they're getting phone calls. People are trying to figure out what to do for their families for healthcare. So we've got the video here, and it's a good way to get them onboarded. And then just like what we were saying here with the holiday season, people can't get away from it. There's billions of dollars of advertising pumping Christmas every year. Let's ride that wave. So both of these funnels are now available inside your back office, and we've got the marketing tools as well. And again, you can also use that as a text message. You can post on your social medias, or you can post right here from this Black Friday folder. Download these to your phone, download them to your computer, and just send them in an instant message. Send them in a WhatsApp, send it in a messenger, and just say, hey, are you looking for something? Check this out. It's happening now. Christmas is happening now. Make money for the holiday, and then bring them to the Wednesday night or Friday webinars. And that is a simple strategy to get somebody's interest piqued and bring them along. And do your own research. Now that it's in your awareness, you'll probably start to see the demand for the healthcare and the demand for the Christmas stuff. So just ride these waves as they go through. And guys, we're going to do this next year. We're going to do it the next year, and so on and so on. I mean, this is a business that we're developing these tools and these systems, and we're going to find out what works. We're going to get feedback from inside of the organization, and then we just keep improving upon these over and over. But there will be certain niches that you'll find that work for you. Maybe there's the discounting groups, the shopping clubs, the organizations where people are just focused on holiday shopping and savings. There's probably huge untapped networks there that you can find. We've got an army of people here with Save Club to go out and to find these opportunities out there. And your job is to spread the word, pique people's interest, bring them back into the funnels, bring them back to the webinars. We're doing all the heavy lifting on making these materials. And the smart people, the people that we're looking for, recognize that. They recognize that we've got up-to-date stuff that's hitting right now for the holiday 2025 season, stuff that's hitting right now for the rush that this trillion-dollar healthcare industry. There's families all over the place making the decisions on this stuff right now, and so those materials are back there. Now, what we're doing here as a new format here on our Wednesday and Friday calls is getting a full presentation out within the first 30 minutes. I mean, my goal is 25 minutes from when we start our Wednesday and Friday call, so that people are in and they're able to make a decision. They're able to make a $19.95 decision on getting set up with Save Club in that short amount of time. That's also echoed inside of our new tour, as we're updating the videos inside there, so as you get prospects in through these landing pages that they can make a decision quickly. And then it just becomes our job to do a follow-up and use the enrollment bonus and use the ability for someone to make a decision on a $19 enrollment. And that's the type of momentum that is going to really click for us and get this cruising. We're also, I'm back in the saddle here on my computer. I'm testing all of our systems this week for our nonprofit stuff. As we put on different organizations, there's some things that are, I don't know, as we're comping the positions, I'm doing these business centered grants for the nonprofits. There's some things that are showing up, like it's saying, hey, you don't have a card on file. Well, they're not going to have a card on file because we granted them a position. So I got to get those technical components identified and put back into place there. There's another big step here inside of our app that we uncovered as people are going through getting the app and getting into the system. We're working on getting all the reporting, so you can see by either email address, phone number, or first name, last name, or all of them, who's downloaded the app and in what phase they are in. So right now it's displaying like a username. The information is there. I did a call with the tech team last week to identify that. I'm getting back on with them tomorrow morning to just do a deep dive on ways to increase the reporting there. So as soon as those tools are out, we'll be sharing with you guys in a training video just how to go through and identify that. Also, which pages are going to be linking to the pre-customer tour. I might reorganize the back office into kind of two sections of landing pages, one that's for the biz op and one that's for the customer. So the pages are back there. I might just reorder them to for those of you that are focused on customer acquisition, or that are you've got a nonprofit and you're just focused on pure app adoption and customer acquisition. Just making it real clear on which pages are designed for that and which pages are designed to recruit business builders. Another advancement here, I want to give special thanks to members of the Japanese team who have been bringing me different offers. They've been looking at different discount groups. These are like private membership groups for shopping and for travel. And so I've started the communications with those companies to bring their savings network as part of Save Club. And that was, specifically, everything's in Japanese and it's all totally targeted towards the Japanese market. But again, if you're in a market that is underserviced and you find a savings discount club, something that you think would be a good fit for us, we're like the Borg. We go in and we can adopt them into our program, and they're dying to meet us. They love to extend. They've put together a discount group, and they want to expand their membership, and we have the members. So it's a win-win situation, and that's what we're always focused on with Save Club, is creating a win-win-win situation so that the members win, those discount organizations win, those advertisers win, and that's the beautiful part about what we're doing here at Save Club. Is we've put together a program that allows for joint venture relationships, joint venture partnerships, and it's all totally in line with our compensation plan. So when we selected this compensation plan, we wanted to make it to where we could team up with a nonprofit, we could team up with an advertiser, we could team up with someone that has a database or an influencer, and we don't have to change the plan. They fall right in the line, and then the compensation is totally fair. So that's where we talked about inside the 90-day blitz the concept of super networking, when you're able to absorb an organization or team up with a database and get all that information out there. So guys, I wanted to there's been a lot happening these last couple of weeks, so I wanted to give an extended amount of time today for any Q&A.
Hey, Charles, before you do that, can I share something?
Yeah, go ahead, Pete.
So I was inspired Friday. Me and Dave had fun doing the Zooms while you were gone. So I was inspired. So I went to eat at Denny's with my wife after our Zoom on Friday. And I'm like, can I pull off a triple dip? So we went. I pulled up a coupon from our back office, and it was $7 off. And so used that. And then when our Zoom just started, I got a notification that I got my cash back from the app from Denny's, $1.60 adds up. And then I also get money back on my debit card for spending every month. So a triple dip. But I just realized if I buy a gift card in the app and then use the coupon and then get the cash, I could actually theoretically quadruple dip. So, I mean, can you imagine? We're not even 6 months old. A year from now, how good we'll all be at doing this stuff. And then on Saturday, I went to support my friend who had open heart surgery, and the restaurant was on our app. So I pulled it up, and people were like, what is that? Well, a lady ended up asking me about it, and she runs a huge restaurant nonprofit here in the city. And she was asking me, how could we incorporate this to the nonprofit? So I told her about our program for that, and she's all interested. I'm going to go present to her association here downtown San Diego. And then on Sunday, it just happens that the pastor was talking about how much time the church has to spend raising money. They spend all their time raising money. And so I presented him with this idea of the fundraiser. And then just now, I got a text message from my friend Phil, who said, hey, we're going on a cruise. Do you know any good discount travel sites? And I'm like, yeah, I do. So super networking, like you said, just keeping your ears open and just chatting with people and, having that good feeling of wanting to just help everybody around you. So anyway, I wanted to share that.
Well, hey, Pete, if we're sharing deals here, I'm gonna share with you guys
nice
something else here. So check this out. So let me go back to sharing my screen. So, I'm down. I did a trip to Florida, and luckily I had friends to stay with while I was there. But I had met some people that are coming in to Florida, and that before they go rent or either get a house, rent a house, lease a condo, do whatever. They're like, well, we've got to come down to Florida. We got to find the right place. So what do they do during the transition? I go, well, you know what? We have these vacation rentals. Okay. So I put it in here. I go, look at these vacation rentals, and they're blown away at what was possible. So these are week-long stays. So look at this. This is a week. This is for an entire week, $521 for 7 days. And they're like, what? they couldn't believe it, because just in that area where we're at, the cheapest hotel, I'm talking about a dingy, cheap hotel, is $200 a night for the lowest quality thing. You want to get in a nicer hotel. And now that it's like the holiday season, and I started, oh, well, you got to be down there during Thanksgiving. And when I was pulling up these deals, look at this one here, $463 for the week. This is cheaper than rent, and these are full on 2-bedroom timeshare condos. So they got sinks, they got kitchens, they got, washers and dryers, they got, multiple bedrooms and living rooms. These are full on. This is Hilton Vacation Club for the week, $405. This is cheaper than what they're paying for rent in like a studio apartment. The studio apartment rent is like $3,500 a month in Miami and in these areas. And now, they're able to do their transition before they find their actual place. I said, you got to get in with Save Club and just live week to week inside of these condos until you find the right place. And it's actually cheaper than what they had done. Like right here, like, $400 for the week. So I know there's a lot of people that pay more than $400 a week to not live on the beach. Right here, waterfront beach condo property, $400 for the week. So if you don't understand the value of what's happening here in the Elite Travel Club, and where you're able to stay for 7 nights for $500, I mean, it's here, and there's a lot of locations. So I just want to share with you just some of the deals that we're finding out there. Okay. Yeah, let's open it up here. Dave, or Pete, you got anything else? And what else, if anything, to say? I wanted to give an extended amount of time for Q&A today, just so we can focus in on any issues, any things that you're seeing, so that we can keep the development going. Go ahead,
I
Dave.
think Mr. Dave Harrelson's up first. Guys, go to reactions in the hand. You raise your hand and you can ask Charles a question. Dave, you're up.
A new camera with Save Club. Thanks so much for both.
Hey, Dave, you're coming in really faint, so just trying to speak more directly into your mic, or just maybe a little bit louder.
Okay, let me try bumping this up. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, and I'll repeat your question. Just ask.
Okay, well, I'll get right to the point then. Thanks so much for the marketing materials and the funnels. Those are absolutely excellent. My question was, did you ever find out why Washington State was not part of the healthcare program, and if that's going to be a possibility?
Yeah, I actually have there's 3 areas that are not part of the healthcare, and I have that. I'll pull that up. But yeah, so basically, anytime you're dealing with like healthcare, health insurance, we have to be licensed, and our provider is licensed in all these different areas, and they're working on getting those licenses. I think it was Utah, Washington, and one other area,
Vermont.
and Vermont. And some of it is we have to take a exam, or the auditor from that state needs to basically audit our program to make sure that we're not posing as insurance or making any claims or anything like that. And so they did say that they're working on all 50 state coverage, and that it's totally on their radar. So I don't know the specific complications for Washington, but yeah, some states are just not available at the moment.
So when that becomes available, where would I find out that information?
I'll make an announcement here. So as I go and I post up these components for where the meds are inside your back office, underneath here, let me pull it up. So back here, let me share my screen again. So right here in the homepage of the back office, we put this section here for Save Club Health.
Right.
So this page, we're just going to continue expanding it with information. We have a couple videos here, but we'll put a folder with all the medications that are available. And then I can put a list of the states, and we'll just get more information inside of here that will, give you access to, to what's there. And then, I'm enrolled into the program, so it just drops me straight into it. But, or actually, here you go. This page here, describes, what the program is. And so maybe there's a way we can make that information just more available.
That would be great. And there was another question in the chat about is there a common copay across all services, or does it vary by service?
It varies by service. So like over 1,000 medications are covered, but then other medications have like a copay, like the general practitioner stuff is covered. But if that general practitioner is sending you for like an MRI or to a specialist, then those are handled separately. So yeah, there's a lot of it's covered as far as like the mental health calls or the practitioner call or the medications. But like dental is just a discount, vision's a discount, weight loss meds, those are at a discount, but you're paying for that. You're going to pay for that stuff.
Hey, Charles, Dave was showing me there's also travel and restaurant and other deals when you enroll in the healthcare. Dave, tell him a little bit about that. You there? Yeah, he
Yeah.
showed me. There he is. Go.
Yeah, the healthcare has a portal as well that you guys can also save. They have gift cards in there, crazy gift cards. They're like Olive Garden and all kinds of for example, I'm going to go eat on Christmas. I decided to go to this restaurant called Del Frisco, and they got a gift card, spend 80, get 100. So there's some really good deals, and you could travel, also look up travel deals. So we basically have multiple travel portals. We have our main travel portal that you could look at. We got our new elite travel portal, and then the healthcare has travel portals. So what's really cool is, let's say you're going to Vegas, and I know I want to stay at the Venetian. I could look on all three portals and compare prices and make sure I have the ultimate discount in travel. So again, no one can beat us in travel, period. I don't care what they are, what they're selling, what they try to say they have. You bring it to us, there's no way we're not getting the best price on that travel for the same time period, same place, exactly, for a lot lower price than these other deals that are just doing travel. And the cool thing is, then I could pull up all the restaurants where I'm going and start to save money there too, where a lot of the other travel programs have no food involved.
Yeah,
So
that's a big one. The save is do 80, spend 80, get 100. That's
And Charles, he showed me a restaurant down the street that I love, but it's so expensive. 40% off, and that's not in the app, and it's not in the other thing. So it's another benefit of what we
I'll
have.
show
So.
you. So maybe I'll pull up Charles because he might see some stuff in his area here. Hold on one second here.
Go to, take a look at Dave. If you want to queue that up, I'll answer more questions if you want to demo that here in a second. Go ahead, Billy.
Yeah, okay. This is for David. I'm having problems with Facebook. I'm not techie at all, and plus, I got stroke brain, so I get in there and I try to mess with stuff. But when I load my link in, and I don't care if it's in Messenger or in the news feeds or anything. Matter of fact, my TikTok, I've got it linked in my bio. When you click on it, it just sits there and buffers. So I don't know what the problem is.
It sounds like that's your computer. That it wouldn't buffer for anybody
Well,
else.
it's phone and tablet.
Yeah, I mean, typically it wouldn't happen. We're gonna have to, Billy. That's something you can message me on off here. We're not gonna waste everybody's time.
Right. I understand that. That's why I just wanted to touch base with you. I just wanted to
no one else is running into that, so it's not a Save Club issue. It's an issue we got to work on your end. So just message me. We'll see if we can help you out.
Go ahead, Richard.
Now let me share this here, everybody. So this comes with the health as well. So there's all kinds of deals here on everything. Okay. Pretty much everything else you could do, a lot of restaurants too. But if I come up here and I click on I think shopping and then click on dining, Charles, what's your zip code real quick?
89102.
And Vegas obviously has a lot of things here, but if I hit view all, and there's grocery stores here too. Smith save 5%, Albertsons up to 5%, Vaughn save 5% there. What happened here? Why didn't look at grocery stores only? Let me come back here and hit dining. Why I did that? What was the zip code again, Charles?
89102.
And I hit restaurants view. Oh, that's why I hit the wrong thing. So as you can see, there are tons of restaurants here that you like. The Palm say 20%.
What's this Yard House? I love the Yard House.
So you get a $60 gift card for $45.
Great.
That's $15 back in your pocket right there.
Yeah.
So if you look, the membership's $20. Now this also includes all the healthcare stuff too. So this is just an add-on here that you get. But insurance, and the insurance is big too. We've seen people save hundreds and hundreds of dollars when they compare their insurance. But let me just go through here. There's some really cool. What was that one? Egg and I on Sahara Avenue. That sounds good. I mean, all these places here. Look at all these.
What site are you looking at right now?
This is what he's looking at is this is the Save Club Health additional portal, savings portal that is behind the Save Club Health piece. So let me just explain where Save Club Health comes from. I started looking at different providers to bring in a healthcare program, and I looked at probably a dozen. And when I found these guys, they really didn't have a commercial product. This is a product that is built for big corporations. And so this is like something that corporations do, even though the corporations might be supplying health insurance to their employees, they have this whole system in place so that they can not put such a burden on their medications and on their doctor visits, and they wanted to give telemedicine access to the people. So it will bring their overall healthcare costs down. And I was able to get them to bring this to a consumer level. So, we made that site so that now people can just buy it directly for $50 a month. Well, these corporations are large. I mean, they're, some of the biggest companies, we're talking like Fortune 50 companies are using this health benefits package. Well, we have it now for individuals through, the Save Club Health. Well, they brought on all these additional savings and discounts and travels. So these are just additional travel portals that are a benefit in addition to what you get when you have the $50 a month Save Club Health package.
Yeah, some really good deals here. But then again, travel too. So if I was going to look at going to Vegas here, I could look on Vegas, put in my dates, hit search, and then I could compare this to our elite travel portal, and I could compare this to our other travel portal that we have. So we got 3 travel portals to compare travel in. And we have cruises up here, ski resorts, all that kind of stuff. I mean, even if you go looking at concerts and stuff, someone was mentioning Broadway. They were looking for some Broadway tickets. So like I could look at Broadway tickets here if I wanted Wicked, I don't know. And I believe that you could probably get discounted tickets on some of this.
So Dave, let's I got a lot of people their hands up. I want to get to as many questions as possible, and I love doing these group questions because a lot of people have the same question, and you can answer it once and service as many people as possible. So
go ahead, Richard, you're up.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Charles, and the cashback shopping on the cashback being deposited, is that working now? Because mine isn't.
It is, yeah. And so a lot of you would have seen this last pay period. So on Friday, we paid out the cashback matches for both the app and the shopping portal. So you can see that inside of your back office. there's a section there in the payout in the description. So if you referred anybody to the app or to the shopping portal that shopped and got cash back, we paid the cashback match. Now, I will let you know that there is a delay between 7 and potentially 60 days of when we get settlement from those people, but we have it all tracked, and it'll either show as pending or paid. And so so yes, that's working. And then we discovered something. I'd put in a request, with our portal partner. I'm like, hey, let's take all because when we launched the portal, we had it basically just with like the minimum payout. And I said, guys, let's put it to maximum payout, and so they did. And what we saw is, so inside the shopping portal, it says like 2% cash back, but in the payments, it's 4. And I'm like, oh, they updated the back end of it and increased the payout, but the front end of what it says the cashback is, that didn't change. So I have that change request in. So you'll see the percentages inside there virtually double on everything. But it was already set up like that. But there was, for some reason, it wasn't displaying the discount on the portal. So we didn't catch that until we started paying them out. And people responded saying, oh, I thought I was only getting 2% cash back. I actually got 4. And I'm like, and we looked at it and said, oh, well, part of the system, the important part, the guts are changed, but the display, that didn't update. So we're applying that update to the shopping portal so that it's actually accurately displaying. But it was displaying in a good way. It was paying more than what we were displaying.
Okay, I have 3 transactions that are pending from September, and they're still pending as of this morning.
Is this in the portal or in the app, Richard?
It's in the portal.
Okay.
Homepage, shopping, go to the shopping, do the transaction, get the cash back. The pending, it shows in the back office like 3 transactions, which were accurate, but they're pending. They're still pending.
Okay. Yeah. So the way that works is you click through your back office, you do your shopping. The advertiser is alerted saying, hey, you owe us this much cash back. And then through the system, it's automatically invoices the provider to pay their cash back. And then that comes back in our system and settles. And then we put it into the payout and send it out. And so some systems are super fast. Like it happens right away. Like through the app, because it's all hard linked, it's like, virtually automatic. It still may take a little bit to settle right back onto your card. But once it's all settled back, then, we know that, to pay the cash back to the individual and to pay the cashback match to their enroller. So let me look into that, Richard. I'm getting on with those guys to make sure that our display and our back office is the same. And I'm just going to look at everything. I'll get on with the developers and say, pull up every single transaction that is gone. I'm going to look at the dates, and I'm going to look at the pending or settled status, and just say, why haven't these been paid? And then just kick them in the butt a bit to see.
Do you need my ID, or do you, my?
I'm going to look at everything, Richard. Like when I pull the report up, I'm going to see everybody's stuff. So everybody that has done a transaction that is in pending status like yours, I'm going to find out why, and just see what I can do to get more accurate timelines, or what if I can put somebody on it to pressure these advertisers to get the money back into the system. So
yeah, there's a little comfort zone for me in there as far as it not taking place, and so I'm holding back a little. I just want to make sure they clear out.
Thank you for bringing it up, Richard. We'll get it sorted. I can tell you the app's very quick. I ate on Friday and I got my cash back today, so it's pretty quick. Colleen, you're up.
Apps, yeah, on the app's not a problem, but on the portal, on the back office, the cashback shopping, don't know. So
okay, we'll keep working on that. But we've increased the cashback match a lot.
And Richard, if it's something to where I know that the group has paid and it's just not in our system, I can see all that and I can just initiate a payout. So I'll find out how I can tighten that time frame up. And once it's generated, put it out, because if it's a commitment and I know that the advertisers, the network are paying us, I don't have to wait for it to settle. I just, I can just trigger it. So, let me work through that system. But yeah, our goal is to get it paid out as fast as possible.
Okay. Guys, appreciate all the work you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard. We appreciate you. Colleen, go.
Thank you, Charles. I just two questions. One, I saw in the affiliate group in Facebook, an affiliate had signed up for the medical portal and wanted to know how they could download the app. And David dropped a link to download that medical app, but you can't copy that because it's obviously goes straight into the affiliate's Facebook page. So can we get access to that link? Because if one of our customers say, how can we download the app?
So what happens when somebody enrolls with the Save Club Health? They
Yes.
get and by the way, so when someone enrolls, we cross verify if they're a Save Club member and we see what's going on, and then we send them through email instructions and
Okay.
a username and password, and that's when they get that link. So there's no reason to download the My Benefits Work app until you have a username and password, and all that comes inside of an email. So it's
Okay.
not about getting the app, because you downloading the app without being first paid and approved, you'll never be able to log into it. So, and all that comes through an email once somebody enrolls.
Okay, perfect. So then we can just tell the people that have signed up for it to wait for the email. And then just a second question, is the free app available in Canada yet?
No, but we are looking at Q1. So the advertisers are already being identified. The app has been translated into French for the French Canadians, and it's imminent. And so when I spoke with the Savers app team last, they said Q1. That's the much the information as they'd give me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Charles. Have a great day. Thanks,
Okay. Yeah. And
Shane.
Colleen, I have some other pieces there on your nonprofit stuff. I just got back into the saddle, like here in my command center late last night. And so I'll be going through, I saw one of your nonprofit groups. I think I just need to go in and review them and approve them. And so that's on my long list here of to-dos. So
Awesome.
they'll get an email, and I'll CC you on it as well as soon as they have their username and login.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you for everything.
Yep, no problem.
Ciao, ciao, bye.
Go ahead, Janice. Let's see if you can unmute.
Yes, I was told I qualified for a grocery credit. How do I go about doing that or getting it?
Yeah, so when you become a 1-star, which is you simply enroll 2 people, either 2 affiliates or 2 members into Save Club, you become 1-star. And when that happens, we send a congratulation email for 1-star. And inside of that email, there's your grocery certificate. Now, what you'll see when you click on that grocery certificate link, it generates a custom certificate ID number. And when that comes through, we verify your stuff, and then, you're qualified. If you do not have that link, Janice, or you didn't see that email, what I'll do.
I did send support an email, but I haven't heard anything. And maybe I sent it to the wrong place.
Okay, now hang on. I'm just making a note. I need a better pen. Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do, Janice, is I've got you here. I'll do it here in order. But I'm gonna go into your email history and just re-trigger that email for you. Okay, and worst case scenario, I'll just send you the link in a separate email, and then you'll be able to go in and redeem your grocery coupon. So for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, we've got an incentive. One of the most important things in all network marketing, especially this type of compensation plan, is duplication. So when you get started, one of the first things we incentivize is introducing 2 new people. So you use your landing pages, you use the webinars, and you get 2 people enrolled and you reach the rank of 1 star. At that time, you'll get an email with $1,000 in manufactured grocery coupons, good at all the different stores. And this is just like a fat pack of savings. Everything from toothpaste, deodorant, mops, whatever. It's just a nice, grip of savings, and we're constantly changing and updating these. So there's a lot of advertisers that want their coupons, want their deals included into there, and that's part of what you get when you go 1 star. So,
Thank you.
Okay, Virginia, can you unmute?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I'm Virginia in Ontario, Canada, and I'm focusing mainly on the fundraising aspect. I have a prospect that filled out the fundraising form that I got from the kind gentleman, Matthew Jameson, a week and a half ago. He filled out that form and put his email into that form. And then I spoke with him because I saw that there was a green block in my team section with no name for it. Then he told me he'd received an email to fill out this same form because when I gave him the fundraising link, that form was not in it, right? So I told him to fill out the email link that he received for that form so he could get the free back office.
What was the name of their organization? I'm looking at all the submissions.
His name is Francis Sio, S-I-O.
Okay, yes, I see. Okay, so on 11/7.
And then the second email, the second email is It Can Happen Foundation. That's the second email that he filled out. He filled out the second form with.
I have it here. I just got it on the 7th. And,
okay.
Frankly, I was just traveling and just slammed.
No. I understand you're busy.
I'm gonna look into this, but yeah, we'll get them all cleared up here. But yeah,
Okay,
just to let you know, I do have.
I just want to make sure I was doing everything right.
Yeah, I've got his submission here, and then I got one after that, a Jerry Curtis. So if anyone else is listening, those are the 2 that I haven't reviewed that I'm gonna get. I'll review them here. They look great. One's a nonprofit, one's a church, and I will get them usernames assigned and an email.
Okay, all right, awesome. Because he didn't receive that email that lets him into the back office yet, right? And that's because you have to get them in eventually, right? So I'm perfectly fine to wait. I told him that it's going to be a while because this is a new initiative for the foundations.
It's just a manual process because what we're doing. So when someone becomes when someone's interested in running a fundraising campaign, what we do is we give them a business center grant. So we grant them, from Save Club Corporate grants them a full position. It's just like a VIP position. There's not a fast start bonus generated with that, but every other bonus is paid, through that setup. So we do the business center grant. It's a manual process. What I do is I look at just make sure that they're a legit organization and that there's a person there that's saying, I can accept money for the nonprofit, and they're taking responsibility for that, and that they're going to do a marketing campaign. So those are the qualifying pieces that I look at when we decide, hey, this is how we want to qualify the nonprofit. And then I've got certain people that I'm working with directly that what they do is they work with nonprofits nonstop. Like that's what they do. They're a service provider, or they're a vendor to like fundraising services. And so they're already coming in, pre-vetted, and then, then that's a lot easier for me to evaluate and get them.
Yeah. Okay, just FYI, I have a group of other gentlemen that are doing the same thing, but I'm testing it out first with this one gentleman to make sure everything starts rolling properly. I have 2 waiting in the wings, and then 5 more after that. The two more should have sent in their forms already, but I don't see the green blocks yet in my team.
Okay.
So I just want to let you know that that is coming for your humble
Yep.
attention.
So Virginia, you're doing it absolutely right. If you've got a
Okay.
nonprofit group that you want to onboard, you first send
Yeah.
them to the nonprofit landing page. It's got that short
Right.
video. They put in their name, their phone number, their email address. At that time, our system sends them one email that introduces them to the program, that gets them to the fundraiser enrollment page. There's a 22-minute video that explains the whole
Ah,
program, and then they fill out that application, and then
right.
that comes to me. So just make sure that
Okay.
they have that. I set it up at saveclub.fund, but
Okay.
that, but you want them to become a pre-enrollee first, because that puts them into
Yes.
our system. And
Yes.
then
Okay.
and then once they fill out that application, it's easy for me to upgrade that pre-enrollee position in
All
there.
right.
So, but yeah,
Okay.
that's the process you want to walk people through. It looks like Francis, the person that you just talked about, did that. And then now
Yes, he did.
then I approve them in here, and then we help them with the fast start, which is getting them to identify the landing page that they want to send out to their congregation or to their membership base. And then we
Okay.
work with them to kick off their campaign.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you so much. My last question is the Give 5, Get 5 section just a link? Or do people fill out my Give 5, Get 5 website link with their name and email first?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So when there's two ways to share your $5 gift to your prospects. The best way is to use your replicated link inside of Save Club. So any one of the replicated links, when someone gets into the tour, there's the app download page. So they become a pre-enrollee first, and then they download the app from their tour. That's the best way to do it.
Okay.
For those people that have USA phone numbers that are in the United States, or that have a USA phone number, there's a refer a friend QR code inside of the app. So if you're with somebody, you can pull up your QR code and they can scan it like right there.
Right
But
there.
but it just sends them to the same link. It just forwards them to the link, which is the landing page link. So
Okay.
it's really the same practice. But yeah, getting someone to become a pre-enrollee first, and then get the app, and then to activate the $5, they download the app, upload a card. The moment they spend $25 on a gift card, on dining, whatever,
They
they
get
get a
their
$5 gift, and the person that introduced them also gets $5.
All right, understand. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Those are all my questions. Prepared to be
Everybody that
inundated.
you're welcome,
Thank
Virginia.
you so much,
Everybody that
Charles.
asked about the grocery coupons, I private messaged all of you, so please check that. Peter, you're up.
Hi, I have questions regarding the health program. I think it's perfect timing, and there should be an explosion because it's second to none right now, what's happening. The question here is, do I need to put any disclaimer while I am promoting this program that I don't get in trouble with other big guys in the industry?
Are you talking about
Make
like
it clear it's not insurance, maybe.
Yeah, are you talking about other healthcare providers or
Yeah,
insurance?
yeah.
Yeah, the key thing, and what we're regulated on, and when we go through the compliance, like those 3 states that we're not in right now, like every state has a level of compliance that they want anybody who's offering health insurance or something that allows access to prescriptions and these types of things. We just want to be clear that this is not insurance. So the one thing that I'll look for, that our compliance team will look for, is we want to make sure no one ever says they got bait and switched. Like, oh, they sold me insurance and it's not insurance. No, it's not insurance. It's not supposed to be insurance. It's access to a primary care doctor. It's access to medications. This is not insurance. And that's probably the only major piece as far as like making claims and stuff of what it is. We're providing those materials, like the 1,000 prescriptions. We got approval from the team that we can promote all of these. There's actually probably more prescriptions and other things that are available. So once they're a member, and they actually go to get their prescription, they'll know that how deep it's discounted or if it's free. But to kind of take the safe road, that's like, here's the medications that are always going to be on that list. And that's what Dave posted up in the Facebook group. And I'll be putting those lists of medications inside of the back office that you can.
Yeah, what's
use
crazy, Charles, is the first 1,000 are free, but then the next 200 are like $1, and then the 200 after that are like $2. So it just goes on and on.
Yeah.
So when I use the stuff we have in the back office, all the material, I'm on the safe side.
Yeah, and I'm going to be even starting today with the new materials. We're bolstering that up. There's only one thing, like when we created the video, there was one thing that because we run it through their compliance, and the one thing that they said, hey, take that off, is the durable medical goods. Number one, it's not that sexy for people to talk about that, but it's part of the system. They just don't talk about it up front because of for some reason. And so if something comes up like that, we'll just edit it out, on our end. But our goal is to get you the materials, the information, so that you don't have to create it. And but yeah, Peter, I gotta, as long as you're not out there claiming that it's insurance, you're gonna be
okay. And two small questions. The monthly fee is around about $50. What's the commission, and is it paid out weekly or monthly, or how does it work?
Okay, so there is a portion of that. So I get a wholesale rate, and then the difference of that wholesale rate I put into the global bonus pools. So
okay.
Yeah, we're not able to track it directly back to the group, but as you grow and you build your organization, there is additional commission from that $50 that goes into and gets paid out in the global bonus pool. So once you go 2-star in the company, you're accessing those bonus pools, and the commissions come.
And the last question, not related to health, it's other health. The 100 days happiness. I missed the link, and do I see it anywhere in the back office?
Yeah, it's school SKOOL.com/100 good days. I'll type it in here.
Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
I think that did that go to? Oh, sorry, that just went to one person. Let me send it to everybody. Yeah, I'd set it up at 100gooddays.club, but hold on one second. It's not cutting and pasting, so let me just open it up here. I'll paste it from here.
Thank you, Charles.
Yep, no problem. Who's up next? You can start asking your question as I post this link.
John. Can you hear us, John? You're unmuted.
Hello, I just had a question. Would this also work, the prescription part of it, would this also work for discounting with the VA system for military vets?
Yeah, okay, so I have one of our graphic designers, Johnny. He is a veteran, and he uses the SafeGo Health program not to take over his benefits there, but on some of the medications from the VA, he would have to pay for them. With SafeGo Health, he gets for free. And he mainly uses it for the mental health appointments because they're way more efficient, and to get a doctor on the line right away, because he said with the VA, sometimes it takes a month to 3 months to get an appointment with the primary care doctor. This way he's able to get it. So it's not in substitution for what he's getting at the VA. It's there. Now, I can't confirm this, but he said that if the VA covers the medication and he was able to get a prescription and get the medication on his own, that he can actually submit to the VA for reimbursement. And guys, this is just to fix like how Johnny uses it with his military benefits. He uses it for just speed and efficiency. And I don't know if you're experiencing that same type of thing where when you go in for care, does it take a long time, or do you find that there's delays with the VA as far as getting treatment? Oh, did we lose him? Anybody there? Did you guys lose me?
Yeah, it looks like we did. You can come back. Steven. Hey, Steven, you're up, buddy.
Hey, how are you guys? Just a couple of things. Number one, first of all, thank you, Charles and David and Pete, for putting this Q&A on. Extremely, extremely helpful. Number one. Number two, I'm fairly new to Save Club, but the program here is exceptionally important and needed in this economy. I mean, people are, they're hurting out there. There's no two ways about it. So any way they could save money, it's going to be huge. And just a quick testimony for myself. Went out and bought a new pair of Skechers sneakers the other day, saved 30%. It was an absolute beautiful thing. Went to Jersey Mike's yesterday, saved $2. That was really cool. And also, as some guys like to say, double dipped, was able to use my app from my phone and got a little cash back as well. So I'm pretty stoked, looking forward to sharing and building this and helping a lot of people. And just wanted to say thank you for putting this together, and especially for this Q&A, without a doubt. So back to you.
Yeah,
thanks for sharing, man.
Yes, we love to hear that stuff, and we'd love to get testimonials as well. Let me pull up that link. Just have someone hold your phone, or even shoot a selfie, or prop your phone up and give that exact testimonial. And guys, that's a perfect example what Steven just did there for a testimonial. It was short, it was benefit driven, and it was like less than 30 seconds. And so it sounds like, Steven, you're from the East Coast or something. So I like it, just the facts. But that's the type of testimonial that we can dress up, and if you're talking to your phone, then we'll put up a Jersey Mike's logo, or if you send in your receipt, we'll piece that up. We actually taught people how to make testimonials, Steven. If you're new to Save Club, you might not know about the 90-day blitz, but we put up a training program at blitz90.com, and we've got 90 days of training on how to use the program, how to put up testimonials, how to do AI marketing, how to do posts online, where to access stuff. So that's a whole resource. It's a 90-day training program that can really help accelerate your ability to share Save Club. Okay, who's next?
Miss Laura White.
Okay. Hey, Charles, I know we're probably going to catch up tomorrow, but I wanted to ask you a quick question on the medical. What would you recommend us saying? Like, this is a discount medical access, healthcare package, healthcare services. What's the right terminology that you think is beneficial?
Yeah. A good piece is healthcare benefits. Okay. So, it really is a benefits package. And the benefits, and we've got little videos for each of those, and we'll just keep loading up that section. Actually, Dave, can you make a note of that? Jess with Benavita sent over a whole bunch of new videos. This is stuff that will help, but the health benefits. And so what I like to do, Laura, is lead with the need. So if you're speaking to somebody, like if it's someone with like the VA, they might be paying copays on their meds that they would might not have to if they're with Save Club Health. A lot of times the VA, even with the mental health stuff, they don't give them the same person to talk to. So it's like they're like trying to get evaluated with their mental health, which is a big issue for veterans. Well, they're switching their psychiatrist every time they got on a phone call. So it's really counterproductive. Well, that was a big benefit from what we're providing is you get 24 mental health calls per year covered. And if you needed more than that, they bill you a very fair rate, but you get to have the same psychiatrist working with you through the whole call. Like then that was like that was just something that was a problem with telemedicine is having the same primary care doctor, having the same doctors, and that was one of the things when I was evaluating the different programs that this team does different than other telehealth programs. Other telehealth programs, I look at it like, like fast food compared to like whole food or like real treatment. And so those are some benefits. We've put together some marketing materials. What are you looking at doing? Laura, what type of materials do you think?
Oh, that's good. I mean, I didn't even know the mental part of it until someone put it in the chat just now, because there's a lot of people don't know that, like you said, the dental, the eye, equipment that people need, the elderly and stuff. So I was just looking for that. But when I'm on my social media, because I'm on all platforms, I want to make sure that I don't get in trouble either. And I know someone else asked earlier, so I wanted to make sure, what would you suggest that we use? So I like healthcare benefits, and that's pretty much what I'm looking for. So and then I'm going to name, the benefits and stuff. So that's what I was looking for, the right terminology, so I don't get in trouble because I'm on all social media.
Yeah, and I like putting questions out there. So, who else health insurance quote went up? Is anybody else? And you'll find people that want to sympathize with that because it's sticker shock. And so if you're able to, say, well, here's an alternative. It's not health insurance, but these benefits give you what you're looking for. Now, there's a lot of people that they don't have chronic disease, they don't have, chronic issues, and but they want a primary care doctor. This is the solution for that. So identifying, who those people are and showing this them as an alternative, because a lot of people have just given up. They're just saying,
Right.
I'm not poor enough to get on Medicare, but I'm not making enough money to spend $1,000 or $3,000 a month for my family to have health insurance. This is like the best medium solution, and it's totally affordable. And again, I want you guys to understand this package. If you're going to get anything even close to this, even for an individual, it starts at $80, and for a family, it's like $250 to $300. And with Save Club, it's $50, and you can put 5 family members on. So it's like from a value standpoint, we just took all the margin out of it. So all of what these other companies have to do, they pay affiliates, they pay marketing, they do all these other things. They have to charge $80 to $250 a month for what we charge people $50 for. And there's a good portion, there's like $7 we put into the bonus pools. So out of that, the more and more memberships we get on Save Club Health, the bigger those bonus pools are going to get.
And Charles, this is actually the perfect timing because of the insurance. My insurance has already gone up already at the end of the year. But I just want everybody to know, I've been since the beginning, the travel, the health, this is just so much. This is going to change the game for Save Club for sure. And I like the idea that you said that in the back end, you're going to put because everybody's been asking me, what are the 1,000? So I appreciate that's going to be in the back end.
I just got them last night.
I know.
And then Dave made them look extra pretty, and we're putting them up there. They're in the Facebook group right now, so go get them from there. But yeah, I'll put them into the resources. Actually, Dave, if you could put them in the content drop folder as well, just so they're just posted. There's one more place where people can find them.
Thanks, Charles.
And Laura, once again, kudos to Charles because he was patient and held out for the best thing. He talked to so many different companies, just like the travel, just was patient, waited, and the best thing came along, and he jumped on it. So thank you, Charles.
There's a church, and we'll talk tomorrow, Charles, but there is a church that is in an area in Tampa that is with MacDill Air Force Base, and they do all military. I'm like, I am going to hit that church. We'll talk tomorrow about that. But this is huge, especially think about families. Like even I'm from a family of 9, and I have a lot of nieces and nephews that they are going to the emergency room, sitting with their kids when they don't want to, where now they could just ask the doctor because they know what it is. I got green in my nose, my kids got green in my nose. So anyway, this is just huge. I'm excited. Thanks.
Yep. Okay. John, go ahead.
Yes, just for your information, where I live here in Central Texas, we have the second largest military veteran population in the country, next in line only to California. So this thing could be huge down here for military vets.
Yeah, and again, it's just one of those things where, and hopefully this administration or that that they can actually get the healthcare right for veterans. I know it's been a big point of contention for decades, getting veterans the right mental health. I know that veterans have an extremely elevated suicide rate. And so to be able to have that mental health care, access to mental health meds for free, when they're part of the program, and they don't have to, be underserviced and mad at the military for, making them wait 1, 2, 3 months before they can go in and get that appointment. And so, I think it's probably just the most affordable way to get the care that you need. And if people just step up and make that, investment in them, in their families and themselves for $50 a month, the value is definitely there. Even if just you do one mental health call or one primary doctor call, there's no copay. It pays for itself. So, we're not going to fix all the healthcare issues globally, especially all the ones here in the United States. But this telemedicine, I think, is the biggest advancement in the healthcare system that we've had in 20 years. And it's just, getting people access to the care they need, instantly over the phone. Okay. Anything else, John?
No, that was it.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. Theodora is next. Theodora, can you unmute? And then Sandra, you're after that. And how she dropped down. Let me unmute her again.
Theodore?
I'm here.
Okay, great.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, Theodora, go.
Okay, I want to ask this question, may have been asked before, but how can I send you all information on a network of programs for you to evaluate to see if it can be things that can help people in Save Club?
Yeah. So yeah, if you've got, I've been I've been basically evaluating all those different pieces. And like I said, the Japanese team has come up with some, amazing stuff, and we're, diving deep with those providers.
What is it, Theodora?
It's too vast to say on the
Okay.
Zoom.
You can message me or Charles or Dave, and we'll get it. We'll evaluate it.
How do I message you?
Pete Delmonico, you can message me privately right now on here. Just go to new chat and then just message me, and I'll forward it to Charles and Dave, and we'll look at it today. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, new chat. Just new chat.
Yeah, new chat, and then find me in the menu, and then just send it. It'll be a private chat.
Hey, Sandy, sorry I muted you there. I tried to unmute you. Okay, go ahead, Sandy.
Yeah, a quick comment to the group. We are looking at a cruise for New Year's, and we are travelers. We are big cruisers. We found a trip that is 68% less than retail out on the market right now. We cannot believe it.
Wow.
Those are insane prices. And just another thought on this, Charles, you've said many times there's many rabbit holes we can go down in this business. If you find influencers who are online promoting travel businesses, oh my goodness, like our travel portal, that's the elite travel, by the way. I bought the upgraded package, and that 68%, man, that's insane.
Yeah. I was like, and just like I was demonstrating earlier on here, those 7-day stays right there in Miami and Fort Lauderdale for less than $500. I mean, the junkiest Quality Inn 2-star hotel is $200 a night. And these are full 2-bedroom with a a sink and a refrigerator and a stove. I mean, they're timeshares for 7 nights, and you saw how many were on there for less than $500 a week. So yeah, the Elite Travel is again, we searched long and wide to find the best travel provider. We got in bed with them with a big package, and it's opened up so much of our enrollment bonuses, the all-inclusive stay bonus when when you go with the Elite Travel package, and then all these other pieces. So yeah, that's great to hear, Sandy. Get those testimonials back to us. We love sharing that.
Yeah, that's really the only thing missing, is that once we start documenting our travels, we'll crush everybody. I mean, it's $2.50 a month. Everybody else is like 150 a month, and our deals are better. But yeah, that's another important thing, guys. If you can document any type of savings, because in the future, the internet's going to run off of not SEO, but AEO, which will send people directly to Save Club, as opposed to giving you 10 different websites and stuff like that. So anything you can document and get over to Charles will be a huge help in the future.
Go ahead, Edna.
Okay, first off, please try to find a long-term care insurance coverage. Or I mean, I know it wouldn't be coverage.
I saw so, and I'll comment on that. I've looked at a bunch of insurance, and there's a bunch of rules about how to get paid on insurance and so on and so on. And there's a lot of nuances depending on the state, the region about insurance. And I have not yet found a solution that is good for us. I mean, insurance is so complicated. I've been just referring people off. Plus, when I go look at the insurance providers, I can't really get a huge discount. I mean, the system is so broken, and Save Club's all about saving people money. So until I find an insurance that's unique or different, but man, the system it's hard for me to. I've looked at a couple, and I've had these groups offer big money to onboard people and sell them the insurance, but I can't tell that if it's a great benefit or if it's a great product. And so I've just said no. So, but yeah, I mean, I hear we tried, Edna, and it doesn't mean we're going to stop. It just, I just couldn't find a provider that I felt comfortable promoting to the affiliate.
And I can understand that. Look, I'm one of the long-term care users, and it's very expensive. And there's many people that can't afford it. And I don't know what's going to happen with those people. But anyway, the other thing is that on this health insurance, when you get Washington State, this is going to go absolutely wild, because Washington State is the hardest state there is when it comes to healthcare insurance and long-term care.
Make sure you don't use the word insurance, okay?
Yes,
It's
no,
a
I
health
understand,
plan.
but I'm saying I do understand that, sir. But the cost for insurance, my daughter and son-in-law are both self-employed. They pay $3,500 a month, and their deductible is $15,000.
Oh wow!
So
yep.
This year they both had a catastrophe, so they had to have surgery on a broken bone and stuff. But they didn't. I mean, it's just they're not sick.
So just let you know, this last February, I had a knee surgery, an ACL, meniscus, knee surgery, and I had catastrophic insurance, which was awesome, because if I get sick, if I get like some chronic disease or something, I'm not going to use the pharmaceutical route anyway. I'm too much of a wellness believer for healing my body in a different way. But when I broke my knee, I had the catastrophic insurance, and that covered it. And so, I didn't have to have the super expensive insurance. Catastrophic insurance was, far less, and it's for those type of injuries. So, and we'll keep coming up with better and better solutions. But this, just hearing everybody's realities when it comes to healthcare really makes me feel good about where we're at with our Save Club Health.
Well, yeah, and even with the catastrophic, again, if you have to go to the doctor's office, your office visit is $100 and some odd.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah, no, so get this.
telemed.
So this is, even though I had the catastrophic insurance,
Yeah.
I still had to go to telemedicine and hire
Right.
a telemed doctor for $130 to write me a referral so that I could go in and pay cash for my MRI. But with
Yes.
Save Club Health covers both of that.
Right.
You can use
Right.
your primary care doctor to get the referral, and then you get major discounts on the medical imaging. So
Yeah.
I didn't have it back then, but you know, now,
Yeah. Our insurance, it's unbelievably awesome.
cool.
Well, Edna,
Okay,
we're
Kelly.
going to pray we find a solution to help with the long term, like you said. Charles, what's the best address for them to send the testimonials in so I can put it in the chat?
Send them to,
and then Kelly, you're up.
Yeah, Kelly, go ahead and ask it. I'll just type it into the chat here.
Okay,
cool.
hey. Oh, well, happy Veterans Day to all veterans. Oh, okay, I had 3 things to touch base on. One was happy Veterans Day to all veterans. All right. I'm a veteran myself, so everyone else.
Thank you for protecting our freedom.
Amen to that. Yes. I was in combat readiness, so we played a lot of war games there on the base, keeping things ready and ready for action. And so it was a great time in the Air Force. I highly recommend it to all high school kids. So, all right. And number 2, with the medical plan, how about, was this touch? I was able to log on a little bit late. How about the wordage supplement? You know, of course, we don't want to go at the words of insurance. I don't think that would be the
I
right.
like the word
So
care.
Kelly, you using the word
Healthcare.
supplement in conjunction with what other words?
Oh, supplemental plan to whatever health coverage that you have.
I would use a complementary benefits plan.
Complementary benefits plan. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's either you know, for people who are undercovered who either don't have any medical coverage, these are benefits that can help them, or people that do have coverage and they're undercovered. It's like they can't get to a doctor fast enough, or they don't want to go sit in an ER. This will be complementary.
I like that. That's awesome. I wrote that down. Complementary benefits plan. All right. So that's the wordage I'm going to go with. All right. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. You know, I like the you know, no coverage, or you know, this may complement maybe you could say it this way, you know, it would supplement holes in your current plan. You know, so
enhances your plan.
Yeah.
Okay. And does this have something now? I'm sorry if this has already been asked or what. Would this be like a good RX to save on some prescriptions?
Way more elaborate than that.
Yep.
Okay.
Because you get
So Kelly, this is a way to have over 1,000 of the most popular prescriptions covered. It's part of there. So that was a big one. You know, when I was looking at all these different programs, there's like, you know, discount cards, you know, but that's not what we want. You know, and the fact that this group provides its service to millions of people, but through corporations, through, you know, Fortune 500, 100, you know, 50 major corporations. You know, we have like the Rolls Royce of plans when it comes to covering medications. And so, you know, that's a big one. And even people that are on Medicare, Medicaid, or on VA plans, they might still be paying every time they go pick up their prescription. And there's a good chance that we've got it covered completely. Or like Pete was saying, like the first 1,000 plus medications are 100% covered, but like the next 100 or 200, they're just a few dollars. And so, you know, where we can't get them for free, we're still getting the best deal, because this program is part of a very tight network, a fully integrated network of compounding pharmacies. So we're able to access the medications directly from the compounding pharmacy with no middleman because they're vertically integrated into the program. And that's why we're able to get them for little to no cost or free. Whereas, a health card, like a discount card or these other companies, they're still buying from those pharmacies. It's not like fully integrated into their plan. And because, our provider is servicing around 3 million people, it's a big enough network to where, it covers all the costs. And so, by having the group and being affiliated with this big group, we're getting the best of all worlds. We got the power of a huge group of people that are directly contracted and vertically integrated with the compounding pharmacy. But now you can participate it individually for $50. I mean, there's not another program out there like this. And I spent months and months looking for something. And this one, it checked all the boxes that I wanted to check. And then I was like, oh, there's a whole bunch of boxes I didn't even know I didn't know. And they educated me on why this is better. And I said, all right, this is a clear winner for what we're going to pick.
Okay, that's great. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And thank you so much for that. And the last thing that I want to say is that capture page, number 25, the holiday one is so amazing. I love it. And so I'm just saying, if folks aren't using that capture, that's
Kelly,
the splash page 25.
Kelly, you came in late, so you missed the content drop. Hold on.
Oh, snap. Well, you don't have to repeat that. I'll watch the replay.
No. Hang on. I'm just going to shortcut you to today. We call it the Black Friday content drop.
I got so many new leads
Kelly,
on
just
that.
hop into the chat here, and here's the link. I just dropped it to everybody. That's the holiday content drop. So if you like that landing page, here's all the creatives that go with it. And even last week, there's other creative too. So go back to last week's content drop as well. So I know, Kelly, you're not plugging in all the time, but every week, like religiously, David Dubbs has been producing amazing content and loading up our content drop folders.
Hey, Charles, there was a typo in the video too, which has been fixed. People are really over one typo. It's crazy. But
one typo.
Well, Dave, I might need to re-upload the video to the page. So just.
Oh, well, I actually re-uploaded it to the Vimeo video, so it should just replace it automatically.
Okay, great.
What about the landing page? You fixed that?
Then I don't need to do anything.
That was the landing page video.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Kelly, we love you. I don't think anybody enjoyed that golf course picture as much as Kelly. We'll just leave it at that.
I love it. I want to play golf.
You know what, Kelly? I hadn't played golf in a long time. I did Top Golf the other day, and okay, guys, I gotta go. I got my plumbers here.
I just want to drive the golf cart and eat snacks.
I'm gonna let this run. Pete,
okay,
answer Candace's question. I'm gonna go on mute, and I gotta.
Okay, go ahead, Candace. Kelly, we love you. Candace, go ahead.
Well, first I want to drive the golf cart and eat snacks. That's what I want to do on the golf course. But yeah,
all right.
I can't wait to check out the holiday stuff.
You'll be the richest golf cart girl in the world. So anytime.
Too funny. Oh.
Thank you, Kelly. Candace, what's up?
Hi there. I just wanted just to tag on to what Kelly said. Is that the word complementary has two spellings and at least three meanings. So with an E, mentary, means kind of like walking alongside of something and supporting it or being part of it and helping it along somehow. But complimentary would mean either it's free or you're giving it a compliment, like I like your hat.
Right.
So spelling makes a difference on that word for sure.
Yes, it does. I think it's the walking along one that we want.
Definitely with an E, comple, C-O-M-P-L-E.
That's right.
Mentary. Thank you for hearing me. I have an inner English teasome people have an inner child.
Well, thank you very much. So, guys, we put in the chat if you could send in some testimonials on just, even the smallest thing. Your back feels better. You love the Korean skincare. You save $10 at the store, whatever it is. We appreciate it because the future is going to be answer instead of search engine optimization, it's going to be answer engine optimization. So when somebody types in the word save, we want Save Club to pop up a year from now when that kind of technology takes over. So we would highly appreciate that. I will get a couple other people asked on our AI tech that we've been working on. I'll have Charles address that on the next Zoom, give you guys an update, but we're very, very close, very, very very complicated, but it'll help us in a bunch of different ways. So it'll be, customer service, different things like that too. So anything else, Dave? Use the content drop, that's all free for you guys to use. Dave is also teaching AI in the 90-day blitz, 100 good days. I don't know if he's touched on that yet, but Dave's got some really good AI training, so you can learn AI. You don't have to buy a course or anything like that.
A lot more
And
coming.
you want to show that off a little bit?
I don't have to. Just a good 90-day blitz is there. There's
Yeah.
links to get extended classes, and I got some really killer AI stuff coming. I mean, stuff that people pay big money to learn. I'm teaching it for free. So
We're less than 6 months old, guys. Wait until we master the triple dip, the AI stuff. The websites, are just going to continue to work on those to convert better and better. We're going to work across, get better services. We're going to stress test them and make sure they get better and better, the experience for the customer. I mean, anything we can think of. And then the young lady who wanted to send in an idea, please send that, please private message me, or let me see if she did that. Whatever you guys can think of, share. You're as much Save Club as we are. So just share your ideas of how we can make it better, and testimonials, and
quick, Pete,
things that we should add.
Someone
And
in
we'll
chat was
work on
asking if
everything.
the AI training is actually already available. So if you go into the 90-day blitz and go into classes, you'll see it.
Yeah.
I also have a link to an exterior school that you can link to too, and get it. It's free, no cost. Jump in there. For example, one video I showed you how to make in less than an hour or 2 hours. I had over 15,000 views to it. In less than a day, I had over 20,000 views. I got a YouTube channel that has over 1.6 million views. So if you want to learn how to get views, because here's the thing, back in the day, guys, I used to have to buy traffic, right? I used to have to buy ads, use all these MLM lists and try to buy ads and all that. And it's expensive, and it's a lot of spammy stuff, a lot of the wrong people too, to be honest with you. Now I can post a TikTok video or a YouTube short and get tens of thousands of views in like an hour or two. So do you want to learn that? If you do, you're going to want to jump in my classes, because I dive into AI in a very, very advanced level, but I teach it very easy. So, and I'm throwing it out there for free to literally educate you guys on AI. We're talking Sora 2, VO 3, WAN 2.5, Nano Banana, Seed, what it's called. I mean, every platform you can name, I'm involved in. So we'll teach you all these things, and then I show you how to do testimonial videos. I show you how to, everything. It's crazy. So
You're the only one not charging a fortune for that stuff. Thank
I
you
should
very
charge.
much.
I should charge a lot more, because I got to tell you, some of my videos I do, I'll sit there and I got to wait for stuff to render. So when you see it at the end, it might be 15, 20 minutes. It might take me an hour and a half, because I got to do it, render it, wait, go back, record it, render it, wait, and then I give it to you guys for free. So, so it's really
Yeah,
cool.
you can get really good at AI. You can go to our Vimeo. You can download videos right to your camera roll. If you want to private message people, you don't always have to use landing pages. If there's somebody you're tight with, you can converse with them. And that's what I do. I use videos to converse with people, and then I get them to just join. I don't wait for them to pre-enroll and all that. They just join. And then you could go sit on TikTok and talk about Save Club. Every single person's going to know exactly what you're talking about. And there's people getting hundreds and hundreds of signups and lots of deals, just sitting there and just talking to their audience. You can build an audience. There's a million different ways you can do this. We're going to work on this week, guys. What we're going to work on is, and Dave, you're going to help me. Sorry. We're going to work on pumping this Zoom into more media. So like LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook groups, Facebook page. And that way what happens, you can tag people and they'll be able to see the video too. So if you have like teammates, you could, like in a Facebook chat, you could tag them, and then they'll be, prompted to come watch the video with you, or watch the replay. So we'll work on that. and build the audience up so it's easier and easier for you guys to share this. But the Zoom is a big way. If you get people on live Zooms and stuff, they're very motivated to take action. So, that's why the Friday cutoff exists. That's why the Wednesday opportunity exists. And then Mondays are generally, where can we join the AI class? Go to your 90-day blitz, Dave. Do you know what days? Or
It's
you
right
want
at
to
the
put a
top.
link to your school group? You can. Doesn't cost you.
So hold on a second. So yeah, if you go to blitz90.com and read the comments, you guys can see it right there. Also, if you click on classes, let me get to my school. I don't even know what I haven't got a domain or anything for it. So
On the right-hand side is the share. You can
let me
show
just
them
go
the
to my
entrance.
school real quick and I'll
Do you guys have school? School is pretty awesome. It's, a lot of good free stuff in there. I have a few paid things I like.
Here, I'll put it in the Zoom right now, everybody. And I'm going to be doing an advanced class on how to monetize yourself on social media, which is going to be a crazy class. All of you are going to want to dive into that. So, because then you're getting paid as you're getting views. That's the best thing.
Just more value for you guys. People are paying, people are charging $500 for these groups and these classes and recordings. And it's just ridiculous. Not that it's not worth it, but Dave's doing it for free. That's a lot better deal.
Free.
$3.99. Okay. Anybody have a last minute question? Raise your hand. We appreciate still 87 people on here. We're going to have a big week here. Get ready for Black Friday. We'll find some more deals. Dave's like Sherlock Holmes. He'll get out there and find some more deals and show you guys how to do them. Membership pending. Oh, okay. You already got people joining. Okay, so Sue has a question. Okay. Hey, Sue.
Hi. I wasn't gonna ask this because I haven't looked at anything, but I'm
Cool glasses. Oh,
yeah, well, they're kind of dull for that Blu-ray, whatever that skeefy thing is. They make me crazy. But Charles said that he's not really into the medical thing, and that kind of set a little light bulb off for me. And I thought, yeah, but there's so many people that are, a lot of my family members, and I really need to focus. Is the training as a step-by-step or what the people, not training, sorry, is what people get easy to follow in the medical, in the health program we have? I mean, like,
you
does
raise
it
your
say
hand,
this?
Jeff, by going to reactions. Sorry,
Recording
go ahead, Sue.
stopped.
Go
That's
ahead,
okay.
Sue.
Because so many people were talking about wonderful things with it. My dad actually was a chemist at the VA hospital in Chicago. So I'm, and of course he was in the war and all that. So I'm connected that way. And now I'm excited to be able to help those people because I helped him through his VA things after, when he
I just
needed
put a
it,
link
when he
in the
was
chat.
aging.
Okay.
I put a link in the chat that walks through the health that you could look at the back office and see what you get there. Guys, I gotta go. I don't know.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can save that to your camera roll if somebody, one of your friends is asking. Not everybody likes to go to landing pages, guys. So, use creative ways to talk. I like to just talk to people. I mean, this is such an easy concept. If you can speak, if you can understand the language, you can understand what we're talking about. We're talking about saving money. So, yeah, a lot of people have great insurance, and that's awesome. A lot of people don't have any insurance. A lot of people have, a lot of people where I work for myself for 30 years. I don't have some corporate insurance. I used to have National Association of Self-Employed, and then that became not so great. So this is a lifesaver for a lot of people, but it is not insurance. It's not designed to replace it. It sure is better than nothing, and it sure is a great compliment if you have insurance already. And if this is all you can get or afford, then this is, good protection. What I would also like is that it's in your back pocket. So if you're out of town, or you're somewhere else, you have access, no matter where you are, to telemedicine and prescriptions and health. I like to call it care or whatever, but it's, obviously never want to use the word insurance.
So is that when you travel to like out of country? Like if you were in Mexico, could you use it?
I don't think out of the country, no. I think
Oh,
it
okay.
would be right here in America. Yeah, not out of the country. Out of the country, you would want to buy, if you're worried about it, you always want to get travel insurance. So if you go out of
Yeah.
the country, you can always buy medical travel insurance. And I used to go to Europe a lot, and that was very crucial for a lot of people, because you end up in the hospital in Portugal or something. They'll take everything you got. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we can look into that. That's a good question, though. I'll ask our travel provider how that works, and then when people are out of the country, maybe there's a little add-on where they're protected in case they slip and fall or what have you. So,
Yeah. My
anything
daughter,
else?
unfortunately, no, want a quick story with that out of country.
Sure.
My daughter went to Mexico with my son's family. The two families went together and stayed at all inclusive. And unfortunately, our family is very susceptible to poison ivy. She didn't know she had it, brought it, and she brought it there, didn't realize it. And she handed my son money because he was paying for the things. So she was giving him the
Yep.
cash. He ended up with
Thanks,
poison ivy
Steve.
all over his arms.
Oh no.
And
I
but
was
he could
in
take care of it,
I
but
was
she
at the
couldn't.
pyramids. I was at the pyramids in Egypt, and a guy, you can't really eat any of their food unless it's baked or in a bottle because of the microbes in the Nile River. And I saw a guy at the table next to me eating everything, and I ran over and slapped the plate out of his hand. It was like a Seinfeld episode. And he spent over $10,000 in hospital bills, getting his stomach pumped, and then them getting him back to the cruise ship we were on. And then
Wow.
about a couple of weeks later, I was in Israel, in Jerusalem, and I saw a poor guy slip on the slip. The rocks are so slippery because it's a 2,000-year-old city or more. And I saw a guy slip and shatter his shin bone and everything. And he spent, I think, like $17,000 just to get medical care. They had to helicopter him and all this stuff. So yeah, it's insurance. Insurance is important, but having any kind of care is important. And Charles's knee situation is just an incredible story. I mean, it was like 6 figures worth of stuff they did, and he had this little supplemental thing, and it helped immensely. So, all right, let me get through the rest. Rhonda, you're up. Okay, go ahead, Rhonda.
Hey, I was wondering, I emailed my testimonial to Everderm. It just
Okay.
was returned as bad mail.
Yes, can you send it to Charles at saveclub.app? It's in the chat.
Okay, I copied that. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about Aviderms. Maybe
Thank
that
you.
was the wrong address or something they gave you.
Thank
So
you.
isn't it great, the Aviderm? My favorite, guys, is I put it on and I stand in front of the air conditioner, and it is just like instantaneous relief. It's amazing. Good
I love
stuff,
it.
though.
I'm looking
Yeah,
forward
it's
to
good.
giving it out for Christmas.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Thank
Okay,
you.
cool. Thank you. All right. So, Vic, you're up.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hear me? Okay. Quick question.
Yes, sir.
I just ordered some Avoderm, so I'm looking forward to getting that.
Beautiful.
Question about the travel portal
Yes,
and
sir.
the timeshares in that portal. Does a person have to sit through a timeshare presentation?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay, so it's just lodging and they leave them alone, right?
That's right. Our basic membership that is $19.99 has a good travel portal in it. Works, in a variety of places. We wanted to step it up, and travel's become popular again for some reason, but we wanted to step it up. So we spent months and months, talked to lots and lots of places, and we hooked up with almost a 40-year-old travel provider. And they have a lot of the stuff Charles was showing earlier. You can't even find that because that's pre-bought inventory. So they buy the inventory, then it expires. So they reserve these houses and stuff at a discount, and then they try to resell them. So that's what that is. There's also cruises on there. There's getaways. There's guided tours. There's all kinds of cool stuff. So that's only $2.50 a month, Elite Travel. And then if you get our healthcare plan, if you're in America, the healthcare plan also has travel in it and restaurants and stuff like that. So between there's probably 10 engines running that you can check. Between that, you should always be able to find a really, really good deal. And once people start using it more and more, we're a little young company, but once people start using it and documenting the travel and stuff, I think Save Club's really going to stand out because it's way cheaper than anything else out there. I think it's better. I did my homework, and really that's the only thing missing. Some of these other deals are just going on trips already, and we're just getting started. So once we do that, we'll kick their butts across the board, and we'll save people lots of money. I mean, who wants to pay $125 a month and a $300 setup fee and all this stuff just to get an inferior product? So,
Well, thank you very much
that's
for
the
all you're
deal.
doing.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, Jeff, you're up. And we wish everybody the best. If you can go and save money, God bless you. Maybe you didn't hear about Save Club yet. We wish you all the best. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey everybody, good afternoon. I'm just kind of throwing my hat in the ring to help out anybody that I can. I know that
Please.
customer service is overloaded with the proper stuff, and I've heard a lot of people talking about being technology, not being technology savvy,
Right.
and so I'm throwing it out there that anybody that needs any help from a computer standpoint, not the club, but computer standpoint. I'm 60 years old and I've been working with computers since I was a junior in high school, so pretty well got my
Oh, wow.
got my pulse on what's going on. So if anybody would be interested in me helping them from any aspect, whether it's a platform like Facebook or something, or a problem with their computer, anything at all, I don't mind if they call me or email me.
Well, that's very nice of you, Jeff. We appreciate that. Yep, we have we're not perfect. We need to improve, in several different areas. Customer service is definitely one of them. We got to get some other things up and running that we have some pretty big ambitions for, but we got a lot of services. I never thought we'd have this many. We're just a couple months out of the gate. We're not even 6 months old. I never thought we'd have a health plan. We've got this incredible travel. We've got the lower your bills. We were able to add Canada. We were able to add 58,000 brand name stores that you can use all over the world. We put out not only a 90-day blitz, which they keep adding to, by the way. It's not really a 90-day blitz, it's more like a 120-day blitz. And then now we have the 100 good days. Now Dave is teaching AI. Dave is creating, I don't even know how many pieces of content that you can use to build your business, reels, videos. We have a Vimeo channel where you can save stuff to your camera roll and share with that. We got 25 different websites. We've got the Avoderm, which is amazing. We've got the Korean skincare. Guys, we're about to roll out health supplements like NAD and stuff like that. That's going to blow your mind how cheap it is and how high quality it is. And again, remember, we're a membership. We're not trying to make money on marking stuff up. So I don't know how you can really compete with that. That's why if you go to Costco, it's a madhouse because people are saving money. And Amazon, I see the Amazon trucks going by all day because it's just an easy way to save money. And we're actually a lot cheaper than Amazon in some cases. They just have that convenience thing down, but we do too. I mean, we can, pretty much get stuff to people right away. So yeah, I don't know I don't know what other things we can add, maybe credit repair or some legal things, stuff like that. But we're going to keep adding and working on it and making it better and better until we can't think of anything anymore. And then it's up to you guys. You got to suggest stuff for us to do. But, we just want to be the all-in-one go-to place to save money. And then, the other thing is you want to build the habit. When you go out the door to go eat and stuff like that, it takes a little while to get used to it. You start thinking of, what, that restaurant's going to give me money back. That restaurant's got a buy one, get one free. That Disneyland, if I go on a Tuesday, I can get one of the tickets for free. And, when you start building that habit and thinking about it all the time, it's actually a lot of fun. I used to have a friend that was an extreme couponer and I never understood it, but now I kind of get it. Like it's fun to save money. You get to do more things. So we're going to keep working on that. And, we want you guys to help us as much as you can. So Jeff, I will let people know that you're available to help them. That's beautiful. Does
Brian,
anybody
thank you
else have a question before I cut this baby off? No, we good? Okay. Well, if I forgot anything, we'll go over it the next time. But this is an amazing, amazing little company. It's the best idea, I think, right now with the health. Everybody's talking about health costs and inflation and, you know, all this crazy stuff. And, you know, we're really doing our best to find every possible way to save money for you guys, you know, but please, and Dave and I are going to do some training on it, but grab your bills and go through the lower your bills process. If you're in a state that's deregulated, see if they can save you some money on electricity. You don't have to switch anything. It's because of deregulation that they have to say that they have to offer it, right? You know, make sure your credit card is in the back office of.
We're getting ready to wrap this up in like the next couple minutes.
Okay, is that you talking to? Yeah. So, you know, take your credit card, make sure it's in the back of the app, make sure you're sharing the app, make sure you're going and playing with the portal. Maybe your favorite Nike or one of your favorite retailers is back there. You can shop there and get discounts. I mean, there's just if you don't have a good health plan or you want to get supplemental or you want to cover family members that don't have anything, you know, definitely take a look into that, please. It's a really, really good deal. And like I said, we're going to keep fighting and working and getting up early and finding great deals for you guys until the end of time. So just getting started. All right. We love you. God bless. Have a great Monday. And let's get some people in the system before Friday so that they can also save money and, you know, they'll be thanking you a week from now. All right. God bless, guys.